Hey everyone, so here is the content template, the Google Sheet template for your content calendar for 2021. And it's pretty straightforward. So first of all, there are 4 different tabs. The one that you will be looking at and you will probably use the most is this one. All right, but this is automatically generated by the content and the inputs that you put in here. So this is the file, the tab where you need to work on. And it's pretty much self-explanatory because you will need to put a title, or eventually you can even type it or call it, topic, if you don't necessarily have title. But you get the point. This is essentially the topic of the content that you're going to publish on either on social media, on your blogs, on whatsoever. So you put it in there. In this case, I just put a few example fun video of the GM in the pool, special family offers Easter 2021. You see there are different titles, different topics, different content. And therefore, these also 1, 2, 3 pillar type and content are the ones that you need to fill in. Now, you see that you have drop downs, and these drop downs, or eventually the options for each and every drop downs, come from this other tab, which is called the list, but of course you can call it the way you want. So pillars, hotel, rooms, destination, F&B, staff, loyalty, promotion, you can put whatever you want. And as soon as you add something new, so let's put test, and you swap onto this file content, you see that now pillar has also this new option test. So that's why I found it very useful, but of course you feel free to do it the way you prefer. But pillar, type, and category. Now let's see, pillar, it may be staff, it may be rooms, hotels, destination. You have your own pillars. If you work on content management and content marketing, you should have your own pillars. Usually what I would suggest is that you shouldn't have more than 8 up to 10 maximum pillars. 10 is already quite a lot, but I would say probably 8 different pillars is what I find is a good number on average. Talking about, essentially, this is what you are going to talk about, what your content is about, and what you're going to share. Because of course, the biggest mistakes that hotels made when they share content is that they simply share their promotions, their offers, but not much about the content that aims to engage people. And that's exactly actually the main purpose of your content, especially on social media. But these are your pillars. The type is simply about the format. So whether it is a video, a post, so a descriptive post, a blog, if you have a blog, it can be a quiz, it can be whatever type that you want. Category. These are pretty much defined in the sense that statistically, these are the 4 categories that you should split or assign your content. So in other words, your content should either entertain, inspire, educate, and convince. Again, most of the times, most of the content that you see all over the internet is more likely on the convince side and not much on the entertain, inspire, educate. So feel free to check this one, but more importantly, feel free to have a good ratio for each one of these category of these voices. So entertain, convince, educate, and so on. So like in this case, the first one is fun video of the GM in the pool. The pillar, of course, is staff. Type is going to be a video. Category is going to be entertain. And then status. Status is either pipeline, in progress, revision. What I put in here is also conditional formatting. So whatever is your option, pipeline, you see that the line transforms with a different color. If it is going to be published, then it's going to be green. And this is just because I really love color coding stuff, especially when it comes to Excel and Google Sheets, because it really helps me visually define and understanding what is what and what I'm doing, what is missing and what I have to do. And finally, the last part is about the date. Also, the format is automatically done in this way, meaning that if I put, like in this case, 5th of January, you see that it automatically translates with this format. And when you put that, the date automatically in this file here, in this tab here, you will see that the 5th of January is going to be colored. But more importantly, if you mouse over it, you will see the title or the topic of that specific content. That is what I find extremely useful because visually here I have the full year. I can even zoom in and zoom out, but I can see the full year full of content and how frequently I am about to post for my hotel. Now, I am using this exact same template for my own business, even if my own business is not hotel. I'm a consultant and coach for hotels, but I'm using this exact template. So that's why I'm sharing with you, because I found it extremely useful. And this is how it works. So as soon as you enter your inputs here, everything will be translated in here, and also the content and the topic. Now let's make an example together. Let's create something new. Dinner, whatever, end of the month. No, the topic probably doesn't make any sense, but it's just an example. Dinner, end of the month. Then it's going to be the pillar F&B. Type, let's say, post, category, entertain, status, pipeline, and we put a date, for example, for the 28th of January. And let's see how it looks like. All right, now you see here the 28th of January is colored, and if I click on it, so if I mouse over, if I click on it and the mouse over, you see this top right corner that gets a little bit black. And that is simply because it's a note, all right? So it's the note automatically generated by the calendar, picking up the title or the topic of that specific content, piece of content. This is possible because of the script, a script, and automatically it's a JavaScript that I placed in there, and it does the job on my behalf. So eventually, if you want to change something, whatever, be sure that this is the one that you need to put your hands on. But I guess this is no brainer. I mean, I guess you are not going to need this one, but this is how it works. So feel free to playing around with it. Like I said, I found it very useful. And last but not least, I was forgetting, is about statistics. Meaning that in here, it automatically computes how many pieces of content or how many content you have, split it and divided by eventually the status, so whether it's in pipeline, published, in progress, and whatsoever. And split it by category, because it's important, like I said, that you split by, that your content should either entertain, inspire, educate, and not only convince. But of course, you might want to see how many of them, how many pieces of content did you create for each individually category of these. So entertain, inspire, educate, and of course, they share between all. Of course, feel free to amend everything, but again, I find it very, very, very useful. So that's why I thought of sharing. Let me know what you think about, and yeah, enjoy.